Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Toon Review for tonight's show. It is Premier League prediction time, and we will try and also bring you up to date with all the latest news, of course, at Newcastle United. Very quiet day, wasn't it, really? I am intrigued to hear my fellow colleagues' views on a certain player and what has been reported that he has now said. Of course, I covered it in the breakfast show this morning. A lot of people very disappointed. I am joined. My name's Paul. I'm joined tonight. It's a full house on the Toon Review tonight. We got Alex, we got Billy, and we got Lady Sam. Good evening, folks.
Good evening to all the Toon Review Massive, the Magpie Massive, and you fantastic sugar people out there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. Right. Sam, we'll start with you.
We have to. I'm exhausted with it.
I know. And it's been an absolute shit show, and it still is a shit show. I mean, how are you? How are you feeling after what was said this morning, reported by David Ornstein, of course, that Alexander Isak is now saying that he does not have a future at Newcastle United, will refuse to play?
Well, Isak and his scumbag, scabby agent were absolutely going to look like idiots if they didn't double down on their statement. Mm-hmm. I think what's really curious is that we haven't really heard anything from the club on the matter still. So I really don't know how. I mean, you can't come back from that. He doesn't want to come back from it. He's making things toxic, and I don't know what we do here. I would love a show of defiance and to see the club digging deep, but do we really have the capability in the boardroom to actually put that into place with an outcome that would suit our club? Because that comes first. I'm not so sure. I've lost faith in the board by this point.
Well, I mean, Brian, the True Geordie, put a video out this afternoon. I don't know whether any of you have seen it. He's made some very, very, very strong points in his video, as he always does, and I couldn't agree with him more. Billy was talking about, he's still contracted for 3 years. It's not like his contract is running down or anything. Newcastle need to stick 100% by their guns and make sure that, we hold the cards here. It's not up to Isak if he leaves the club. It's up to us, and we still have that stronghold position. But he's been acting like an absolute child through the whole of this, and he's an absolute disgrace to the club right now.
Yeah, there's just been false narrative after false narrative after false narrative. Last season he was saying how much he loved it in Newcastle, but moving up to the cup final, when he went on international duty with Sweden, he couldn't see anywhere else where he wanted to play football. No transfer request put in at the end of the season. Went off to Austria. Then his head was turned. They're making out he was promised something last season. That's a nonsense as far as I'm concerned. We have to be strong. We have to stay strong, because if we're not, then the vultures will circle and try and do it again with other players that we have. The likes of Toon Army and Bruno and whoever you want to say, Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall. The vultures will circle and we'll be bullied out of them. So we have to stay strong. We have to get a fee that's acceptable to us if we can get replacements in. If we can't get replacements in and we don't get the fee of him, then he's going to be sitting on his arse in September, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, Alex, Brian made some good points in his video this afternoon that, what player in his own mind is going to spend 12 months out of football just because he's thrown his dummy out the pram? There's a World Cup next year, and is this actually, Isak and his representatives trying to, rock the boat even more with Newcastle, try and put the shitters up them, when really he's making himself look a fool if Newcastle stick to the guns and he doesn't play. He's not playing any football. It's detriment to him, not the football club.
Yes, certainly. I mean, it's as Billy just said, this is far more detrimental to us if we let this escalate and set a precedent for future players. That cannot happen categorically. Even though it's a lot of money we're talking about with the Isak transfer, it wouldn't be as costly as this setting a precedent for future players to abuse it. Yeah. Because if we let this go, anybody who rattles a cage is going to get what they want. And we are not in a position yet where we're earning enough money in revenues to be able to match wages and challenge financially with these other clubs, as Eddie Howe stated specifically from the horse's mouth in the recent interview. So we cannot let this get away from us. So and it's their own fault. It's Isak's fault. It's Alexander Isak's fault, and it's his agent and his representation's fault. If we have to let him sit in reserves for a year or maybe longer, then I think we must do that. It is short-term cost to the club in terms of not getting a transfer fee and losing a striker, but it would be far more costly, I think, to have a bad precedent set for future transfers. We cannot allow that to happen categorically. So he's going to have to rot. And it's poor. It's a poor move from his agent. If anything, Alexander Isak needs to look at his agent. It's nothing to do with our football club. If you look at the transfer of Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund to Man City, the agent set up something for Haaland, so he was able to go. There was an expectation that he might progress and be one of the better footballers in the world and the best strikers. So they engineered the contract in such a way that it was feasible for him to go, but it benefited all the parties involved. This wasn't done with Alexander Isak's contract. It's not our problem. You have to be a good boy. We all have to work. We all have jobs and contracts. Play along. Be nice, little boy, because you are in your mid-20s and you're being misrepresented. You are a disgrace to the football club and the city, and you're not a legend anymore, I'm afraid.
It's the negativity, Alex, that he brings over this football club right now. It's just constant negativity. And another fan, that guy at Anfield Agenda, that little garden gnome, the little Irish prat, what he said about Newcastle is unbelievable. But that's all the airtime I'm giving him.
Misquotes all the facts and then pretends it's truth. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
Well,
However,
let's be honest.
However, guys, we sorry, Billy.
All Liverpool fans have done that. To be fair,
well,
they've all mentioned this promise that he's allowed to leave at the end of the season.
That was never a promise. That was never. But if you
want to go, put a transfer request in. Simple.
Yeah, but he knows if he does that, Billy, all his contractual stuff that he's got built in disappears. All his bonuses, etc. So
shit happens.
Exactly. That's why. However, we have made a signing today, guys, for the Newcastle United under 8s. I think he'd be a fantastic player up front for the under 8s this season. So good luck to whoever he's called. I'm not sure what his name is, but there you go. An under 8s new signing. We'll cover some super chats before we get in. That's all we're going to say on Isak for now, because I think it's been. It's just. I mean, it's a fucking waste. I want him gone. If you're asking me,
let's be honest.
Yeah, if you're asking me, my honest opinion, I want him gone out of my fucking football club. And I said that on the breakfast show this morning. I've had enough. But if we have to keep him, then let the fucker rot. Don't put him with the academy, though, because he's, why should the academy have to put up with him as well? What sort of influence is he going to be on the younger generation of future Newcastle stars?
I'd go and offer him out in Europe. Just what do we owe Liverpool, realistically? I'd go and offer him. I'd go and offer him to PSG for 100, for 95,
just to piss Liverpool.
Why not? It means he's out the league. We don't have to play him. He's not going to strengthen a rival. We get a fee. It's not what we wanted. It is what it is.
I just think he's brought so much
running
shame,
out of options.
So much shame on our football club. It is ridiculous. We don't want anybody like that at this club. Johnny J. Gaiman, fuck Isak. DK35, would anyone agree we have trouble creating chances, striker or not? Well, we'll see when the season kicks off. Let's just wait. On a Monday, just found out the wife's having twins. Donating now before my money leaves me in a few months. How are the lads? Congratulations,
Good work, mate.
Well, it ties in with what we were talking about a little bit before we went on air, guys.
Good luck.
Yeah. Steve Marley, after 1 month of membership, thank you, mate. Why, after all the social media under touch for weeks, have we all decided to believe that he says today that he never wants to play again? Steve,
David Ornstein, that's why.
I'm not backing Isak anymore. I've had enough. Aaron Taylor, member for 6 months. You know it's a shit situation when he's making Michael Owen look like a saint.
He's not made a pamphlet yet, let's be honest.
Yeah. Gilles has gifted a membership. Thank you, buddy. NH92, question, would you prefer to go into next season with how the squad situation ended last season or go in with the current squad situation we have now? Well, I don't think we've got a choice. We have to go in the squad situation we've got now. We can't change that completely. ADB, I suspect a cartel plots to force a tribunal on a player value so they increase their power over non-cartel clubs. Deverell, a member for 8 months. The latest response from Isak is because of the news yesterday. He may not go as the window is rapidly approaching. He is trying to force it. Rat bastard. Well, yeah, but yeah. Kaylee, hi, Lady Sam and Alex. It was nice to meet you both in the club shop on Saturday. I was with my friend with the Isak tattoo. Glad you had a great day. An Isak tattoo. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
He had a very good point, though, because we did question it a little bit. And he said, you know what? It was to remember a special moment. So it's not going anywhere, but feel for it right now, mate.
Okay.
We do have some opposition fans in the chat as well.
Yes.
Can I just address something, Paul?
Go on. Then.
We're talking about Isak being a baby. Yeah. Bid the valuation and you can have him. We're happy to lose a player if you bid the valuation.
Yeah.
It's quite straightforward. We're not holding him hostage. We valued him at a certain level because of his reputation, his age, his goal scoring ability, and the current market.
Yeah.
If you're a Liverpool fan, you sold Coutinho how many years ago? 7, 8, 9? Can't remember exactly. That was 120. You boys broke the market.
40.
Pipe down, sit down, and shut up. Strap in. It's
valuation
to the market.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, Billy.
It is the going rate. So
get your beef steaks in the chat, people. Beef steaks for everyone.
If Liverpool want him, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with Liverpool wanting to sign Isak. He's a world-class player. So just pay the money. We're not sitting here being babies. Go and pay for him. You know, just do it. Pay what he's worth.
You can't break the market and then whinge about the prices.
Honestly, what we're complaining about is the disrespect he's brought on the club and his manager, who has brought him into the player that he is now. 6 goals in 32 games at Sociedad. We took a fucking chance on him, and we have grown him into what he is now. Eddie Howe has done brilliantly with him, and he shit on Eddie with a massive amount of crap. So don't come to us saying we're crying, you pillock. Anyway, Ricard says the ironic thing is that the club Isak comes from, AIK, is called the Rats, and their mascot is a rat. Oh, dear. Andy, thank you for your super chat. Joe's gifted a Toon Review membership as well. Thank you, Joe. John Cook says it's still very simple for me. Someone's got the cough up close to 150 million. If not, he can continue to train on his own. He is a total disgrace, and the sooner he leaves, the better. Warren says, hope he gets nappy rash. Patrick Cowan says, would go with Ali McCoist, fine him every week. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Andy Toonhunter, Harry Paul, Stato Billy, nice to see War Queen Sam in full view with Oot message is handing her beauty up the tune. Speak English sometimes, Andy. Ryan, member for 33 months. I picked the perfect time to see the tune. I imagine there's going to be a mix of hype and hostility for the first home game, and I'm totally for it. Yeah, he's going that Liverpool one. That should be an absolute cracker. And Nick says, love the fact that PIF gave Liverpool 50 million for Nunes while we've been left floundering and embarrassing ourselves in the market. Isak equals rat. So there you go. We're up to date with Super Chats. Right, let's turn our attention to the Premier League. Let's have a bit of a laugh tonight because it is a bit of a laugh. It always is when it comes to us because we've had such a great history of getting league positions right on this channel. Please do take part in the chat as well. By the way, just before we do, there's nothing on Visser at the moment as well. Brentford will not let Visser go until they've got a replacement. So Bournemouth are looking for a replacement. It's a bit of a domino effect at the minute. So I don't think anybody's going to come in time for Saturday, quite honestly now, which we're sitting here Tuesday night. There's I mean, we haven't even announced Chow. Where's he gone? He landed on Monday night. Sunday night, wasn't it? And he's still not fucking here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll announce him Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. There you go.
Another daft video with a grandma or a trooning kid.
I said last night, Sam, Dave from down the pub, just coming on and saying, I've been a Newcastle fan all my life. All this kind of stuff. But we'll wait and see. Right. Take part in the chat, guys. Let us know where you think certain teams are going to finish. We're going to start with bottom of the Premier League. Lady Sam, who have you got finishing bottom?
I have selected Burnley to finish bottom this season. Are we doing these quick fire? How much time we got? Do you want rationale or can I
A little
just
bit of
quick fire them?
rationale. I mean,
Little
Alex
bit
will
of
probably take
rationale.
up most of the rationale, like he always
This
does when we
is
do things like
true.
this.
This is true. It's very good though, and we all appreciate it,
Absolutely.
Alex.
Yes.
So yeah, I just think Burnley are going to really struggle. I think like they've lost Trafford. That's going to be a huge blow to them. I think one of their top goal scorers has gone as well, and they've spent less than the other teams coming up, so they haven't really invested. So bottom for me.
Okay, Billy Bob.
Burnley, yeah, I've got exactly the same as Sam.
Yeah.
Don't think Scott Parker's got what it takes in the Premier League. I don't think Broya is the striker that's going to keep him up. With Trafford going, I just think they're going to flounder and finish bottom here.
Yeah, Burnley for me as well. I just can't see a way that they don't finish bottom. I think out of all the Premier League teams, I think for them, it's a very much a yo-yo club, and I don't see that stopping. I just see that continuing again. Alex?
I'm not as convinced as you guys. I think Sunderland's a reasonable shout because they might not gel. Wolves scares me as well. Oh, Sam's on a power cut.
What the hell's happened to Sam?
Can you hear us?
We can hear you, yeah.
The lights have gone off. I'll leave and come back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I worry about Wolves as well, but I think, yeah, I'll go with Burnley. I think it's a fair shout. I think they have recruited some reasonable players. They've got obviously bloody Hannibal, what's his name, who I think will be fine at a Premier League level. They got Marcus Edwards, of course, from Sporting, who's English. Mm-hmm. It's not terrible, but yeah, losing Trafford. But I agree with Billy Parker. I don't like him as a manager at Premier League level. I thought he was pathetic the last time he was in the league, and he just gave up. Mm-hmm. I don't know, a weird one, but I'll go with Burnley. But you never know. If two or three of those names do fairly well, it could be enough to get them the points. But yeah, I'll go with Burnley.
You're going with Burnley as well, yeah? Lady Sam is coming back to us, and the lights have returned.
Thank God, this house is haunted, you know.
I mean, look. Look, so we vape, okay? Are we proud of it? No, but some of us vape. Get a bloody grip on your life, man, for God's sake. Jesus wept. Honestly, lots of people vape, but we're not proud of it, but we do it. So just move on. Right, 19th in the Premier League, Sam.
I've gone Leeds. I have, yeah. They've got our lad Longstaff, so I do hope that he does well. I do wish him all the best there. But I watched them a few times last season. I think they've got a really rocking home ground. But yeah, I don't think they're going to have enough to get them above the next pick.
Interesting. Billy Bob.
I've got the Macrums in 19th. Too many players, too quick. The ones they had already weren't that great, not Premiership players. And it'll only be Burnley and keeping them off the bottom. So Macrums in 19th for me.
Well, I may be a little controversial here, guys, but in 19th place, I believe will be Everton.
What?
Yeah.
I've got winning it.
I haven't been impressed with what they've brung over the summer. I think they will struggle. For me, I like David Moyes, I think, but I think it's Everton's time this time, and I don't think the new ground's going to help them. We all know how it takes going into a new stadium. It sometimes has a negative effect for a couple of seasons. I just think Everton will get relegated, but that's just my opinion. So don't call me stupid names in the chat, you mongs. I'm just putting my prediction.
A mong?
Alex.
Is it Everton?
A real tough one. I really want to put Wolves down in the bottom three, but I feel like I can't. I genuinely am scared for them.
We are.
I mean, they're not from Dudley, but they're not far off. I'm going to keep mentioning them, but I'm not going to put them in 19th.
Winning at this rate, though.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll just keep moving them up. I don't agree with Sam to a point. I think Billy's right. I'm going to go with Sunderland. I think there might be.
Oh,
I like some of the recruitment. It's really cool. It's very football managery. They've tried to sign some interesting players, a bit with experience, bit of technical ability, bit of this, bit of that. But I do think it's quite a lot. It's quite quick, and it very much screams of what Forest did a few years ago. Just going to throw it and see if it sticks to the wall, and I'm afraid it's not going to stick to the wall. I'm going to go 19th. I don't think they've got it. Don't think it's going to work.
Maybe. Okay, we'll move to 18th, Lady Sam.
Sunderland. I think they've come up via a playoff, so they must have a horseshoe up their arses. Xhaka's going to bring them a lot of extra. They're lucky. It's going to bring them a lot of experience bringing Xhaka in. Obviously, they have spent a fortune, but they've brought some interesting signings in. I think Alex is right. Getting them all to gel is going to be really difficult, but I believe they have sold out all of their season ticket allocation with all their new plastic fans. So I think that will make a bit of a difference if they can get behind the team, which is why I've gone 18th.
All 600 of them? Still not going to make a difference, isn't it, really? Let's be fair.
They've got to work the back shift.
Indeed. Oh, shit. Hang on. I think I've written them down wrong. Billy, who were your first two?
Burnley at bottom and Sunderland at second bottom.
Right, okay. So I need to change that. Burnley and then Sunderland, was it?
Yep.
Okay. And who have you got in 18th?
I've gone for Brentford. I think Thomas Frank going, the loss of Mbeumo, potential loss of Visser, the loss of Norgard. I think you're going to see a shadow of what they formerly were. I think they're going to really, really struggle. So I've got them down in 18th.
Ooh, okay.
That man just got sacked by Christmas all over him, I've got to be honest.
Yeah,
hasn't he?
But I'm not inspired by that managerial choice, I have to say. A bit of a surprise. I've gone for Wolves. I think they're going to struggle this season. I just similar to what Alex was saying before. The recruitment hasn't been great over the summer. Wolves, they had a bad start last season. They got going, to be fair, but I think it'd be tough for them this season. I really do. So Wolves for me. Sam, who was your 18th?
Sunderland.
Oh yes. Just before I forget. Right, Alex, 18th.
I've gone Leeds. I think Wolves will survive, but by the skin of the teeth, and I think it's close. I like what's his face, Anton Stach. How are we supposed to say that? From Hoffenheim, I think he's a good signing. So him with Sean in the middle is fine. It's dogged. It's good enough. Willie's back in the Prem as well. Baby boy Nonto, who cried and couldn't get out of Leeds, he's back. Bamford's still there. I mean, it's fine. I think they'll be okay
Alex,
in a lot of
Bamford's
games,
done nothing for years now. To be fair to the kid,
this is what I mean. He's still leading the line. That's concerning. I think Jack Harrison is he back?
Yes, he was actually he's back at Leeds, but he came on a sub the other day and was booed. So
really,
I'm not sure they're too impressed with Jack Harrison going back there, but he's back.
I could be wrong. I've putting them in 18th. However, Sean next to Anton Stach, if they could get Harrison to work again, Willie Nonto, they've got a few players in there, but I don't know. The rest of it doesn't seem fantastic to me, so I'll go 18th.
Okay,
but they could be okay.
A couple of super chats. We've got one from Rainmaker. Undermined the club and Eddie when they progressed him. Took a chance. Let him rot or let him go. I don't care. The Mags will live on regardless. Pedro Miranda is a new member of the channel. Thank you, Pedro. Chappers, why no mention of Doobs is in the Burnley banter?
It's true, yeah.
Well, yeah. And Andy's back again. Agree with War Billy. Good shout, Billy. Not sure what he's agreeing with, Billy, but he agrees with you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's move to 17th, Lady Sam.
Wolves, I think I'm agreeing with you on this one, Paul. With Cunha gone and out there, I think it's close. I think they could drop into relegation. They need to be really careful. They keep selling off the best players just far too quickly. So I've gone Wolves for 17th.
Okay. Billy?
Yeah, I've got Wolves too. Same reasons. Selling players all the time. Yeah. another uninspiring season for Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think.
Oosh. I've got Leeds. I think Leeds will stay up, but only just. I think it'll be a tough season for them. They have got some good players, though. Let's be fair. They have got some decent players, and Elland Road is always a difficult place for everybody to go. So I think maybe the home form might be good enough to keep them up. Alex?
No, I agree with the other two. I think Wolves. I think Leeds will lose out in the battle. Wolves have been in the Premier League for a long time now, and they've got sort of Andre, and so I think they'll stay up. They're still going to be quite poor this season, but Strand Larsen up front will score goals. You've got Andre and João Gomez. So they've got some reasonable players in that team. It will be enough, but it's still not going to be a great season for them unless they do some more bits in the transfer window and improve how they play. It is going to be sweaty for them. They'll definitely be down that end.
Sweaty.
Sweaty.
You have such a beautiful way of describing things, Alex. Okay, 16th, Sam.
I've gone for Brentford. It was close between Wolves and Brentford, but like Billy was saying earlier, I think they're really going to struggle. Mbeumo gone. Visser still may leave at this point. I think Norgard as well. So I think too many important players from their line is gone. I mean, they brought Henderson in. High five all. Frank's, gone as well.
Yes.
I don't think the manager's going to cut it. I have put them in 16th rather than 17th, though, because I think they tend to recruit well. So that's why I haven't put them at 17th.
Interesting. Billy Bob?
I've got Leeds in 16th. I think the home form will see them through. Joel Piro's a fantastic player. They've got lots of pace there. Tanaka in midfield's a good player. Stack, good player. They've got some good players there. I think at home they'll be really hard to beat. And I think 16th is where they'll finish.
16th for Leeds, yep. Did he say Leeds? He did, didn't he?
I did, yeah.
I've gone for Sunderland. I think Sunderland will stay up, but only just by the skin of the teeth. I agree with what you're saying about them buying a load of new players, and it takes a while to gel. But I think once they do gel, I think Xhaka, as much as everybody hates Sunderland, I think is a great signing for them. Getting the Premier League experience in the door. I can't see them staying up. Getting hammered against us, of course, but why is it controversial? 16th, Alex. I mean, yeah, come on.
It is controversial.
Because we don't like them.
Well, we don't like them, no, but we have to give an honest opinion on here, surely, to God.
Sorry to state the obvious, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, we don't like them, so
the boy thinks they'll stay up.
We don't like them, so we got... What did you say there?
Oh!
I said the Bath Mat boy thinks they'll stay up.
Bath Mat, my arse. Right, 16th, Alex.
Brentford. I think that was a really good shout. I kind of want to put Fulham there, but I think they're too good, and they've still got Silva as the manager. So no, it's got to be Brentford because they've lost. I mean, you said it, Paul. They've lost their linchpin midfielder, and this is if they lose Visser, but it looks likely they will. And obviously, Mbeumo's already gone. However, this could be very much egg on all of our faces because Brentford are quite good at recruitment analytically, so they might go and pick up 2 or 3 nice little gems. They might be really good. They might surprise everyone. But I'm just going to go based on the talent they've lost and potentially going to lose, and it's going to be Brentford next. And Thomas Frank's gone as well, like you said. So
yeah. Guys, everyone bantering me in the chat saying, "Oh, Sunderland never finish above Everton." Have you got a fucking magic wand there? Are you looking into a crystal ball or something? Can you? I mean, how do you know? We got the same kind of stuff last season when we did our Premier League predictions.
Stop biting.
Tottenham aren't going to finish 4th. Tottenham aren't going to do the Tottenham finished nearly relegated, for God's sake.
Guys, put your fishing rods down because Paul's nibbling quite hard today.
It's not capable.
It's too fucking hot, man, to put up with such crap.
God, man, settle down.
Anyway, 15th, Sam.
Fulham. I'm going Fulham for 15th. Was that at me?
No, it was at Alex.
Right, fair enough. Alex, stop it. Anyway, Fulham, 15th, folks. Silva, decent manager, but they are like the plateau club. Just quiet transfer window so far. 15th.
By the way, thank you everybody that's coming in to try and banter us on Isak. I mean, subscribing to the channel and waiting 10 minutes to put a comment like saying Prison FC free Isak. How sad is your life? How
They're
sad.
like that, let's be fair, wouldn't they?
The key is the cash, folks. The key is the cash. You have the key.
I remember Jan Molby playing for Prison FC.
Anyway, Billy, 15th.
I've gone for West Ham. I just think nothing's happening there. Yeah. I don't think Graham Potter inspires at West Ham. I don't think he's a fit for the club. And they brought in Callum Wilson. I just don't see him scoring the goals, seeing as what we saw from him last season. So, 15th to me.
I love seeing all the. I saw a video from West Ham earlier on social media. I think it was Paqueta, Callum Wilson, somebody else doing keep me ups, and everything looks all happy and before the season kicks off, and then you look at them by Christmas again, and they look like dead dogs on a road. But anyway, I've gone for Brentford. I think they will struggle after losing Thomas Frank, but I don't think they'll be relegated. I still think they've got enough about them to stay around the Premier League, and I hope they do because Brentford have been decent over the seasons. Alex, 15th for you.
I'm teetering between a few clubs.
Have you said Wolves yet?
I'll go.
He has, yeah. He's got Wolves 17th, Billy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go West Ham.
Oh.
Because, although I don't mind Graham Potter as a manager, he's had a bit of time, but Callum Wilson's a funny one, isn't it? Considering DCL's available, why go Callum Wilson? No offense, Callum, but uninspired, certainly, and they've struggled, and they've not really had the transfer window I thought they might have to try and kick on. I don't know. Just, I mean, are there any West Ham fans in the chat? Just seems so. I mean, we're bad at the moment, recruitment-wise. The future looks we're quite nervous about that. But West Ham, you just look like you're treading water in the lower end of the table. Considering you've signed some really high-quality players like Paqueta and stuff, you never did that kick-on bit that you were meant to do, and it's just gone a bit wrong. Yeah, West Ham.
I'm going to change. I'm going to remove Everton from second bottom.
No, you've done it now.
No, I haven't.
Committed.
I'm putting West Ham there because of what Alex has just said there. It's completely convinced me that they're actually going to get relegated. So
I mean, I don't hate that shout. It wouldn't surprise me if it all goes wrong this season.
Yeah,
I'm not going to put money on it myself, but
yeah,
I shock me.
Yeah, they have really struggled, and I think I have made a mistake on it. So, 14th, Lady Sam.
West Ham. For fear of sounding like a broken record. Yeah, we know the score. Bit of a strange one. So I think they're gonna the defense is just gonna be their undoing. I think Paqueta might be a little bit better having shaken off the allegations, but yeah, still not enough.
By the way, changing at the moment is not cheating because we're not locked in yet. When we've got all 20 teams in and I say, right, you're locking in, that's when we don't change. Okay? Simple as that. I make the rules. My chance.
You can't cheat when you write the rules. Do you not know this yet?
Yeah, this is what Paul does.
Oh, Howie, let's be fair, guys. We're not going to get these fucking right anyway, are we? Come on. Well, stop it.
Yourselves. I'm the defending champion here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that means a lot to you, Alex. I mean, quite frankly.
Oh, I've done zero research for today just out of spite because you guys said you don't do any either.
Well, it's just...
I do.
Pretty obvious.
I mean, you can't really put a lot into it because you just don't know at the end of the day, do you? Football is a funny old game.
Window's been so weird this year. It's hard. It's delayed everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy, 14th.
Yeah, Fulham. I've gone Fulham, and I like Silva, and I do like some of the players they've got. I just don't see them finishing any higher than 14th. They'll provide a few shocks here and there. They've got it in them to be really good, but I think some inconsistency is what's going to cost them. So 14th for me, Fulham.
Yeah, I've gone Fulham as well, 14th. I agree with you, Billy. I think Marco Silva's a good manager. I always have. So I think he'll keep them up again. Alex?
I think Palace. I think if they are an Eze and a Mateta injury away from being not a good side. I appreciate they've got a few good players in there. Obviously, they had a great result keeping Arnie Slot 0 for 2 out of the Wembley finals, which was quite funny. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I love Wharton. the back five catches people out sometimes, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough. I feel like, and it looks like Margay's going to go as well. So
yeah, that's starting to ramp up, isn't it?
It worries me about them. Like, if they can keep the whole squad fit and get a bit of momentum, yeah, Mateta's a battering ram. Eze's really, a very creative player. But a couple of those break for a few months, and I don't know. I could see him spiral a bit. So I think Palace for me will finish further down than 12th this year.
Interesting. A couple more super chats. Kieran says, hi all. I put a comment on the TDF post on Facebook about the welcome to the club videos. Personally, I think it's unnecessary and a waste of time. Just say the player has joined and move on. I agree 100%. Unless it's like a massive elite signing, just get on with it. Just
I completely disagree with that. I love it. I think it's a personal touch that we were missing for years under Mike Ashley. I love it.
No, you put a player with a photo holding the shirt and get on with it. Greg with a super chat. I heard on the grapevine that the kickoff time for the game against Liverpool will be changed to a time when the bars are closed for safety reasons. What? So like kickoff at 11:30 at night? I'm sorry.
It'll be a kickoff, all right.
Is that grapevine connected to barbecues, etc.? Who the hell knows? Look,
probably.
I mean, dear God, that's not going to happen, Greg. Don't worry. John Bowles, West Ham and Wolves to struggle badly, I think. Yeah, indeed. Right, we'll move to 13th now, Lady Sam.
Palace for me. Just as Stato's just explained. Loving the look of Marteta, but I think they are going to lose Eze, and also Gay may leave. That's looking very, very likely. Just don't think they have the depth there.
Okay, Billy?
Yeah, Crystal Palace to me. They won the cup last year, and you'd have thought everything would have been rosy for them, but they've been doing it, in my opinion, really badly in Europe. And I think they're going to lose players because of that. Gay will probably go. Mateta probably will go. And there'll be people after Wharton as well. They've got some good players there, but yeah, I've gone Palace for 13th.
Okay. Alex? Sorry, I've gone for Palace as well, by the way, just to agree with them too. Alex?
I've got Everton here, so I think they'll be okay. I think David Moyes will be really, really consistent. There'll be a really regimented side. I know they've struggled in the transfer window as well, but I don't see them being as far down. I don't think they will challenge the top 10 at all, but I definitely expect them to finish higher than some of those other teams. I just think he's got enough. David Moyes and a reasonable setup. I know what you said, Paul, about moving to a new stadium, and it's been tough, but I think they've got enough to be a mid-table side.
Okay. Right, 12th, Lady Sam.
12th, I've gone Everton. I hear the stuff about the new stadium, but I think these new stadiums are designed to amplify noise. It's going to be a really good feeling. I've watched some interviews with some of the fans. Oh my gosh, what the? I'm just going to do it like this.
That actually, you've got a kind of ambiance there, Sam. So,
do I? Am I giving off like a nice aura here?
Well, the purple in the background kind of gives a nice aura off. Yeah,
I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. Do I look like I'm about
princess?
To commit some cyber?
Well, I wouldn't go as far as Princess
no
Billy, but definitely, a sort of.
I couldn't think of anything with Peter that was nice. I could think of anything beginning with Peter that weren't nice, but we weren't going to say them to Our Lady Sam. No way.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Sam, 12th. Oh, no, you said Everton, haven't you?
Yeah, move on.
Yes. Billy, 12th.
I've gone Brighton, and this could be my huge mistake of the year. I just think a bit stale, maybe. I've got another reason for that.
Yeah,
just a bit stale, a year older.
Trouble,
yeah, the likes of Welbeck a year older, the likes of Lewis Dunk, etc. a year older. I don't know. I just got them down in 12th, and maybe it's just, they've got to change things now.
Yep, I've gone Everton. For 12th. I think they've got enough to get it. I agree with exactly what Alex said. I don't think they'll challenge the top 10, but I don't think they'll get relegated.
One of them games in Amport, wasn't they?
Kiernan Dewsbury Hall's a good signing for him as well. I think it'd be cool.
It is, yes. Lots of comments about Sam possibly doing an ASMR video later on.
With my honey tone Geordie accent. Oh, I'm putting people asleep, aren't I? Sorry, that was totally the wrong noise.
Jesus Christ.
Move on.
Anyway, Alex, 12th.
So I did Everton 13th. I'm doing Fulham next. I think it's good. I think good manager, solid side. It looks like they've retained the majority of it as well. They've still got Emile Smith-Rowe, Tom Kearney. I think it's a really good balanced side. Munoz and Jimenez up front is okay. Did they keep their funny fullback? Was it Robinson? Yeah, they've still got him. So
funny fullback.
Yeah, solid manager as well. I think they'll be fine. Leno in goal. No problems with Fulham at all.
What's a funny fullback, Alex?
As in the very good fullback. So for the majority of last season, it was Lewis Hall and Anthony Robinson. His name is. Those were the two kind of voted as the best fullbacks as the season progressed. And then when Lewis Hall got his injury, it was then just Anthony Robinson. So they've got some good players. It's a nice balanced side. Good manager. I think they'll be absolutely fine.
Liam Rayner, I'm not reading that comment out. It is funny, but I'm not reading it out. Anyway, okay, 11th, Lady Sam.
Brighton. Brighton. Pedro is obviously off. Many outgoings. They do tend to make good signings, though. A bit like Brentford, I do appreciate their recruitment model. They may keep Belieber, but yeah, I think they finished 8th last season, so I have put them for a bit of a drop.
Okay,
I've actually made a mistake as well in my lineups, guys.
Right, we'll do. You can change it in the company, Alex. Billy.
Yeah, I've got Forest in 11th. Just think European football. I don't think Chris Wood's going to have that season again. No Elanga. Yeah, I think they're going to be mid-table, maybe with a good European campaign, but mid-table for me.
Okay, I've gone Brighton. I think if they lose Belieber, then they're in. I think that will rock them a lot. So, but they still manage, don't they? They still get quality players in that are unheard of. They still do it, even though they've had changes in director of football, etc. They still manage to get some decent players through the door. So I think they'll be all right. Brighton. They play good football with that manager, so I think they'll be fine. Alex, what's your change?
I've forgotten I was supposed to have put Bournemouth considerably further back in this list, and I haven't done that because they're not getting anywhere near the top 10 for me. So I should really have put them further back. I'm going to have to pick where I should slot them.
Yes, you are.
We go with probably not quite as bad as sort of Brentford, West Ham. Where have I put Brentford, West Ham?
You've got Brentford in 16th, West Ham 15th.
Can we do Bournemouth 14th and shove everyone one place up? I think that's because Bournemouth have lost. What's his name? Zabani, whatever his name is. He's gone. Huijsen's gone. Kerkez is gone. So they've lost 3 of their defenders. Yeah. I think they've had quite a weird shake-up, so I think they might struggle. So there's no way I can put Bournemouth higher than Brighton. Not a chance.
So you're putting Fulham 11th then. That was your last pick up.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, let's move into the top 10. Before we do, let's just cover a few more super chats off. You've been very, very generous tonight, as usual, guys. Thank you very much for that. Dan Robinson says, evening all. We'll catch up later. I'm in the gym. You have a nice time there, Dan. Channel Right, I agree, Alex. Nice for an official announcement. Talking about the announcement video. And Sammy says, I wish the club keep Isak for the next 3 years and never play him. And Andy Toon Hunter in again with another super chat. Thank you very much. Please keep on liking the channel. We got over 2,500 watching tonight. Nearly 2,200 on YouTube alone. So thank you very much. Please do hit that like button. And of course, subscribe if you're new. It is free. All we ask for is that you hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload or a live show. Right, let's move into the top 10. Sam.
I've gone Bournemouth. Good manager. I'm thinking, so this is my mindset. They still have money to spend. Yes, they've had some outgoings, which is going to hurt them. But I think they do tend to, they can recruit well. I think the defense has been torn apart. They have to spend in order to get the 10th spot. But I'm going to back them 10th.
Yep. Okay. Billy?
I've got just sneaking into the top 10 after winning 16 games in hand on the trot from second bottom, Everton in 10th.
Wow.
They've got some fantastic players. Ndiaye is a fantastic player. Dewsbury Hall is a good signing for them. Beto's coming more into the league. David Moyes will have them, despite, they've still got, what's his face at the back? Can't think what his name is. Branthwaite. I think Moyes will have them regimented, solidly defensively. And I think he'll have them playing some good stuff for the players he's got. So, James Garner, another one I like. Yeah, good side.
I agree with everything you said, Billy. I've gone for Bournemouth in 10th. I like the way Bournemouth play. I like the manager at Bournemouth. I think he gets them playing the right way. I don't see them having... I mean, they fell away a bit last season, didn't they? But, squad depth might be a problem for them, but I still like the way they play football, and I can see them still getting in the 10th position. Alex?
For 10th, I'm going to go with... Begrudgingly, I think people are not going to be very happy with this. I'm going to go with Forest.
Say Newcastle.
No, definitely not. I'm going to go with Forest. I think they played some great football last year, and it did start to fall away a little bit. Retaining Morgan Gibbs-White is massive. Obviously, we've taken Alanga. Well, we paid for him. We're not like Liverpool. I just think that they'll be really solid, but I don't think they're going to be. I don't think that's going to be as effective as it was this year. I don't think they'll be able to just sort of sneak games and be quite as good as they were. So I'll go Forest 10th.
Alrighty, 9th, Lady Sam.
Man U. I've gone for Man U. Obviously, improved attacking forwards, of course, but still shaky in defence. Shite keeper. The keeper situation was dire for them. So I think they will be better due to their attacking signings. But it's make or break for the manager right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he did get the sack, but they don't have European football to focus on. So,
No, they don't. Billy Bob?
I've got Bournemouth. They have lost a lot of defenders, but they still have Tavernier, still have Evan Nielsen, still have Semenyo.
Clivert.
Still have Alex Scott, still have Clivert. I think they'll score plenty of goals.
Okie doke. Who have I got for 9th? I've gone for Spurs. And listen, I think Spurs that they haven't made a lot of signings, have they? And the fact that Maddison is out for the season again, I think is a massive blow to them. But I do think they'll improve on where they had finished last season. I think they have to. They were terrible. So I do see a slight improvement. So I've gone for Spurs in 9th. Alex?
9th, Manchester United. I think they will significantly improve on their 42 points and 15th place position from last year.
Sorry, say that again, Alex. Where did they finish?
42 points, 15th place. Of course, West Ham historically relegated on 42 points, so rather lucky for the Northwest, sort of a smaller club in that area of Manchester. I think three brand new shiny attackers with good records. Šeško, of course, less of a record, but still massive potential. Could be a very, very impressive player. 9th last year was 56 points, Bournemouth. So, I mean, I think that's quite flattering for me. I'm suggesting they're going to get 15-ish points, maybe more, compared to what they did last season. So 3 shiny new attackers, extra 15 points. There's your recognition from me. 9th place. I think that will do enough for you. Bins, as you've got no Champions League, Europa League, or Conference League, you have a clear run at playing in obviously the smaller competitions and then the Premier League.
How many digs did he get into that whole segment there? Sharik says, I hope we, Villa, win comfortably against you on Saturday, but rivalry aside, anyone who defends these actions against your club needs their head checked. Disgraceful. The Premier League continues to screw us both over. Well said, matey. Well said. Nick Thornton with the super chat saying we won't get top 10 unless we sign 2 strikers. And Shane Smith has gifted 5 Toon Review memberships. Thank you very much, Shane. That is very, very kind, my friend. Thank you so much. So disingenuous. I'm a Liverpool fan, but United way bigger than City.
Not in the last 10 years, mate, I'm afraid. I live in the Midlands and I see Man City shirts everywhere. They won a treble a couple of years ago. They've won the league, 5, 6, 7 times recently. Historically, in total, yes, it's Manchester United, but at the moment, it's not, is it? Come on, let's be real.
Glenn's asking, are Newcastle fans normally this bitter? Yes, Glenn. Very bitter. We're always bitter. We're a bitter and twisted bunch, Glenn.
Bitter bastards, we are. Bitter bastards.
Oh, we are. But thanks for watching.
Thank you, yes. Michael McIntyre has popped in with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Michael. Toon indeed. Right, 8th position, Lady Sam.
Spurs. Gone for Spurs. I think they are going to really kick on and do well under Frank. I think he's really, really going to sort the team out. I think they've been lacking a few signings. Maddison out is a bit of a concern, but I think they will definitely improve. I think didn't the sign was a Kudus that they signed. That Bergvall looks great. So yeah, 8th.
Billy Bob.
Manchester United. Yep. Shite.
Full stop.
That's it.
Better front line, but they've still got the botch out at the back. They've still got Harry Maguire. They've still got Anana. They're going to concede a handful. Anana. What's his name? Anana. She might get by the rumour at this point, but yeah, I just can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 8th place for me. Newcastle.
Who are you?
No, look. This is just because of what's going on right now. We are struggling to get a striker in. And I think, you know, the fact of what's happened here and no striker going into the start of the season and the games we have, we're going to be playing catch up. So, you know, and I've seen a few people in the chat saying they agree Newcastle 8th. You know, I just, at the moment, I have to be honest, I am worried about this season. And I think I've got every right to be as a fan. Because of what's gone on, the amount of games we're going to play this season, the squad depth is horrific for me. So, yes, we've got a brilliant first 11 that can take on the world for me. But if we start getting, if we start getting injuries and suspensions, then I see a big problem for us. Now, that might all turn around in the coming weeks before the end of the window. But as I sit here and do these predictions now, I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit worried. So I've gone for 8th. Alex.
I've just got to quickly reply to Zach very quickly. Low quality content, Zach. There's 2,600 people here, mate. And if you're going to complain about comparing them to City, well, we always get told that revenue is the measure of a big club because we're not allowed to criticise your debt, apparently. City have more revenue, mate. So pipe down. Like, Man City have more revenue than Manchester United. Anyway, 8th place will be Spurs. Unlike Manchester United, I think they were a lot more balanced and have a better team. I think they just hugely underperformed, whereas Man United played to their level last year. So I think Spurs will settle a little bit, play better football. I appreciate it's a bit of a transitional period losing Heung-min Son, but I do think they've got some good defenders, balanced midfield. I know Bissouma got a little tap on the hand today for some lateness and tardiness issues, but I think they'll be fine. I think they've got a reasonable squad. I think it's more than strong enough to finish top 10, and I think Spurs fans would be disappointed if they finish behind Man United as well. So Spurs in 8th.
Guys, this is just a prediction show. Don't lose your heads over it. You know, give my head a wobble, etc. Yeah, quite a lot of people are agreeing with me in the chat that they said 8th as well. It's an opinion. And I haven't got blinkers on, and I'm not thinking everything is smelling of roses in the garden. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's called being honest. Try it. Anyway, Sam, 7th.
7th, I have gone Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White stayed. Good for him. But Wood, 33 now, is he? Yeah, obviously lost to Langer as well. But much respect to their owner for putting his foot down with the Gibbs White situation. Just wanted to say that. Well done, Nottingham Forest. 7th.
Indeed. Billy Bob.
What, we are 7th?
7th, yeah.
Yeah, I've got Aston Villa in 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think lost a couple of players. Probably going to lose some more. Just don't see them being as good as they've been in previous years. Everyone's a year old as well. Watkins and people like that may even lose him. So, yeah, 7th for me.
By the way, just because I predicted Newcastle finishing in 8th place doesn't mean that I don't want us to go out and whoop everybody's arse and win all the cups and win the league. I'd love it. as Kevin Keegan would say. So it's just a little prediction. But I want us to win fucking everything. Alex, 7th place in the Premier League.
Brighton. I completely disagree with what Billy said earlier. I think Brighton recruited an extremely young team in the last 12 to 18 months. And I think we'll see more from them. Obviously, there is a bit riding on Baleba staying. But I think they've got some really, really good young talent. And I think they'll be even better this season. I think the manager's still a question mark in himself. But I'm kind of interested to watch some Brighton games next year. I think it'll be cool.
Okay, let's move into the top 6 then. Who is your 6th place team, Sam?
Newcastle.
Okay.
A bit like what you were referencing, Paul. This is based on where we are now, likelihood of Isak stays, and our striker situation. I would love us to dig deep and have heart and drive to prove that we can do it without, but we do need players in that position. And currently we don't got none.
Yeah. Billy?
I've got Spurs in 6, and I think they will have a good season. I think the likes of Van de Ven being back and not playing that ridiculous high line, I think they'll be a much better side with Frank in charge.
Yeah.
I think they'll do much better because of it.
Yeah. I've gone for Villa. I think Villa will finish in the 6th position. I think without the Champions League stuff that they had to put up with last year, and again, they're just the same as us. They're restricted, and it's very, very difficult for them to compete with the rest of the twats of the cartel. But I still think they'll have a decent season and finish 6th. Alex?
Aston Villa.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. Rumours from David Ornstein today that we're looking at Ramsey, which is interesting.
Yes,
I don't know
indeed.
how much truth
Yeah.
there is in that. But yeah, I think they're good. I think they've got a bigger, better squad with a little bit more quality, with a very good manager. And I would be, again, if I was a Villa fan, I would be frustrated if I finished under that bracket of Brighton, Spurs, Man U. I think Villa are a little step up than that, and haven't got the issues that we've got. I think they're a good side. So yeah, I would back them for 6th, definitely.
Okay. Couple more super chats there. One more, sorry, from two more. Kare, we will end up 10th, but if we get Strand Larsen, we win the Premier League. Any reason for that, Kare? The fact that you might be the same nationality and think he's an absolute genius by any chance. And Cherno Shadow Botman in 5-3-2 with Gordon Alanga up top versus Villa. Well, we will be discussing that on Thursday night on the preview at 7 o'clock. Alex will have his little graphic up and we'll try and put the first 11 together. God help us all. Opinions may differ as to what our starting lineup what we want as a starting lineup anyway. Okay, let's move to 5th, lady Sam.
Aston Villa.
Wow.
I think that I think they're good. They haven't lost Watkins yet. And I think they might do all right. I think Rodgers was very good last season. Really like the look of him. Wouldn't mind him here. But yeah, they need to keep all of the players to get that position for me though. But the competitive, he's a good manager as well.
Yep. Okay, Billy.
Blindly optimistic. I've got Newcastle in 5th. I just can't put us any lower. It's the habit. If I put them where I really think we're going to finish, it'd be lower than that. But
so where do you think?
Blind optimism.
Right. Okay, that's an optimism, Billy. Where do you really think we'll finish?
Where do I think we finish looking now?
Yeah.
Probably 10th or 11th.
Right. So,
but I'm thinking things will improve by the time the season starts. And
can people start throwing manure at Billy like they threw at me when I said we'd finish 8th, please? Because, Billy, as usual, being honest, but he's obviously going with his heart rather than his head for that prediction.
I am in this case. And yeah. I don't think things will improve as the season goes on. Just keeping players fit for me. We've got to have more depth. We've got to make more signings. Yeah. But I'm optimistic. Maybe not.
I've gone for Manchester United finishing 5th. I know it's a massive rise up. I can't help it. The players that they got in, if they get Baleba as well, I think that's a brilliant signing for them. I hope that they're fighting relegation again. Of course I do. But again, I just think, certain players will lift their team this season. As much as I hate saying it,
sickening. If they get Baleba, that's over £300 million.
Mate. Honestly, I have through.
We'll get Donnarumma yet as well.
And Donnarumma, yeah. I have threw up several times doing this prediction, looking at some of my
rules are not fit for purpose. If they're written in such a way that you're allowed to spend that off of that season, outrageous.
Anyway, who have you got for fifth, Alex?
I've got Newcastle United, definitely not Newton Heath. I think we have a good team. I think Malik Chow is a reasonable addition. I think there's still question marks over him, but I think it gives us a bit more meat on the bone when it comes to our funny back five formation.
Yeah,
I'm putting a bit of faith in Botman being a bit more available this season. I'm putting my neck on the line for that. I hope he is. I think Alanga as well means we can play some really dirty counter-attacking shapes and systems. And I have the faith that we're going to bring in a couple more players. As Billy said, rightfully so, I agree with him. It might not be when the first couple of games have been played, but before the transfer window ends, yes. And the game is, the league is not done after the first two Premier League games. No. So as long as we get sort of maybe a supplementation with midfielder, striker, obviously two would be great. But I think we'll be okay. I think we've got a good team, and I think we'll balance injuries and minutes a lot better this year as well. So I'm going optimistic, especially. But the caveat is we need those couple of extra bodies through the door. But I have faith we'll do that.
Sam, can I just say that backdrop looks better than it does with the light on. It comes across much better on the screen. The purple in the background, it kind of works.
Oh, well, I'll not bother. Save the lecky, will I?
Absolutely, yeah. Why not? Why not just use battery-powered LEDs? You'll be fine. Need bother.
Do people really think we're that bad without Isak? Because Wilson didn't do anything last year. I don't think,
Alex, I don't think it's that, mate. I think it's the amount of games we've got, the squad size. If we get injuries and suspensions, we're in trouble.
That, but we'll buy a couple more players, and
hopefully, yeah.
Isak, this is taking away one. There's people saying we're going to get relegated, so we take away one player, and that is what you think of the rest of the lads. That you think we take one player out and we're going to get relegated. I think that's crazy. I think that's madness.
Right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Who right now, as we sit here, is going to replace Isak's goals? Come on.
Who's going to? You're not going to be able to replace him. An honest answer to that is you cannot directly replace him because we can't afford a player that would score that many goals on his own.
No, but I'm talking about sitting here right now, Alex. We don't have a striker that can.
But that's why we're looking in the transfer window. That's the whole point.
But we haven't
to replace the goals in the aggregate. So we need to replace his goals over two players. And realistically, I think that's possible because Callum Wilson did not score a Premier League goal last year, did he? So if we bring in a player as a backup and a main, as long as the backup does better than Wilson did last year, in theory, it's a culmination of goals and points over a 38-game season. Fine, we don't have anybody like Isak to win us a final or to win super big games. Yeah. Fair enough, but over a 38-game season, we just need the goals in, right? People are dossing dissing, whatever the phrase is.
Dossing?
He got 19 goals in the open play. If we
can
get anywhere near that out of him, that's a lot of points in the Prem. He doesn't have to be Isak.
It is, but the reason I'm saying now, because I'm basing it on now, the here and now, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few weeks. We don't know if we're going to, know if we're going to get these
because the season's over if we don't. The club have got money. They're going to have to throw it at someone.
You're talking about Visser. We're waiting for a domino effect before Brentford will let Visser go.
Nah, we'll throw more money at him. We know we cannot let this window close with no more, or we're done for. They know that. They categorically
Brentford's
know that.
In the same position though. Why would it be any different?
We'll throw money at someone else because we're in a bit of a position.
With our massive recruitment team, which is so fantastic at their jobs. I love you. I think you're completely logical in what you're saying here in terms of covering the goals over two strikers. My concern would be how often does Eddie want to rotate those two? He's going to have to really switch how he wants to play to be able to do that on a consistent basis to spread out that variance of goals along the top line. Hopefully Alanga will be able to help and support that. But in my head now, I'm starting to think how is this Isak situation going to actually play out in the dressing room and affect our results? This goes beyond just ending if he goes or a decision's made if he sits and rots in the benches. Like, I think this is going to affect the team.
I think, well, I said this morning on the breakfast show that I hope the team respond the other way, Sam, and that they say, right, fuck him. Let's just prove to Isak what he's missing. Let's go out there and win games and make him look an absolute tool. And I think that's the attitude I want from the squad, as if to say, sod him. He doesn't want to be part of this, so let's dig deep and make sure that we do this for the fans and throw it back in Isak's face. I really hope that happens. But I get where you're coming from as well, Alex. Of course I do. I'm only basing it on sitting here now with the problems that we've had over this transfer window, trying to get players in the door. I don't want us to end up panic buying, though. If you see what I mean, I don't want to.
It depends how panicky we're talking. Like, if Brentford want 35 and we chuck 45 at them or 50, they might say yes. I said this last week. I'd chuck more at Visser and just get it done. Because I think we're in that period of time where we've got to overpay now. The club are obviously a lot cleverer than I am, but I would panic and I would overpay because I think we need one through the door. And ideally, before the season starts, so we might be able to maximise some more points out of these first opening 2-3 fixtures.
Yeah,
and then try and obviously bring in someone else to back Visser up as well with Osula. So we've got 3 because far too long have we had 2 strikers. It's not good enough.
I think you're right, Alex. It's time to break the glass for me and pay up. But I think Wissa may be a struggle because they're in the same position as us. And do we have an extensive enough list to look at another option right now?
Oh, but we're willing to pay the price, whereas Liverpool aren't in our situation in reverse. So,
I mean,
if Brentford are happy with 35 and we say, well, here's 50, they're going to be like, ooh, do we do that? They would think about it.
Sam, you made a good point saying Brentford are in the same situation to turn down, because what Brentford have got to consider is, it's all right saying chuck an extra £10 million at them, but if they lose Visser and can't replace him, they may well end up in relegation problems, and the money they will keep from being in the Premier League far outweighs an extra 10 million thrown at them for Visser. So they've got that to consider as well. So it's a very difficult situation that we find ourselves in going into the last couple of weeks of the transfer window.
If they get more money than Visser, though, they can shop in a higher supermarket, can't they?
Possibly, but will they get time to get a player in? It all depends on how quickly Newcastle react and try and get Visser. We don't know. We might be in negotiating now. We might be in for Samu. We might be looking at other players. We don't know that. But as it stands right now, we just have to wait and see how this all pans out, to be fair. But it's fascinating. It's worrying. It's exciting. It's
exhausting.
It's exhausting. It's just it's mental. I'm sorry.
Do you burp?
I just burped, yeah.
Right. Just to break the tension there, everyone.
Well, should we do? Has everybody done 5th?
Yes, we're moving on to 4th now, Lady Sam.
Oh, right. Yes. Man City. I think Haaland's going to up the ante.
Wow.
I think Haaland is going to up the ante this season. Rodri is going to be back, but we don't know how he's going to fare. Who knows? But I'm going for 4th this season.
Okay. Billy?
Arsenal for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just don't see them challenging this year. They'll be 4th. That's about where they probably should finish, and that's where they will finish, I think.
I tell you what, if they are in that position, I can't see Arteta staying. I think he'd be forced out by the fans. Even though 4th is still a wonderful position to finish in, but hey ho.
Everton.
There's no need for me to work with such cocks. Absolute Bellis Enduses. Yeah, I'm actually, despite your snarky comment, Billy, I'm actually going to agree with you. And I'm going to stick Arsenal in 4th. I think you're right. I don't think they've recruited enough to actually, get 2nd place again. I don't see it. And I think problems will occur. The fans will turn very, very quickly on Arteta, and things will just turn very, very toxic and very sour. Alex, 4th.
Chelsea. Recruited heavily, as always. Squad turnover is like a McDonald's London. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely incredible players on paper. Maresca's a good coach, but the others in that race are pretty strong as well. So it's a real. It's a shame now because I don't think we are starting to talk in that bracket. They have pulled away with these transfers. Those other 4 clubs that we're about to talk about. Unfortunately, Chelsea for me. I think they might do better than they did this season, but I still don't think it's going to be enough for any more than 4th, which is mad. But yeah, I think João Pedro will be good for him. But 4th place.
3rd place for you, Sam.
Chelsea. I think they've recruited well. Pedro will absolutely work. Already has started to. I think Palmer will improve after his blip last season. I think that's the type of thing that would just drive him even further to dig deeper and do better. Does too many players cause issues? Yes, but I think they will sort of gel a little bit better this season. I think he knows what he wants to go with now if he's got a feel for it. Boost after the Club World Cup. So, yeah, that's where I am.
Alrighty. Billy?
I've got Man City. First season without KDB. Bit of transition for me. They're in transition for me. And I'm going to have to find a new way of getting the ball to Haaland without KDB there. Foden's got to improve his game somewhat as well. Yeah, Man City for 3rd for me.
I've got Man City as well for exactly those reasons. I think it's a big test for Pep this season because everybody's been saying, he can only, buy players and win the league that way. But I heard something today that we're linked with a player, but the reporter said, but we don't believe Manchester City can afford it, which is the first time I've heard that ever since Man City were taken over. So maybe, FFP started to bite at the pants of Manchester City. We don't know. But I agree, Billy. I think they're maybe going to struggle without De Bruyne. Time will tell. Alex, who have you got 3rd?
I've got Arsenal 3rd. I think they're a good side. I think they've strengthened. Gyökeres and Zubimendi, good signings. However, I don't think it's enough because the other 2 have recruited and I think are better the ones that I'm going to put in 1st and 2nd. So it's not a bad reflection on Arsenal. I just don't think it's enough to topple what the other 2 have got.
Yeah.
So 3rd for Arsenal.
Alrighty. Sam, 2nd. Who's going to finish runners-up in your Premier League this season?
I've gone for Arsenal. I think Gyökeres will make a difference. I think that he will work and he's hungry to prove himself. Zubimendi as well in the midfield. Rice was fantastic last season. I think they'll have Saka for a longer period of time, hopefully, because we don't wish injuries on anybody. So, yeah, I think they've got a lot to deliver this season, and I think that'll push them to do it.
Okay. Billy Bob?
Liverpool for me in 2nd.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think a year older, Salah's a year older, fantastic professional, but a year older, is he going to hit the same heights? Ekitike, hit and miss for me at times. That's sour grapes, have you seen it?
Hey, Billy, man.
They've got some good forward players. I just think defensively they're a little bit suspect.
Oh, dear. Just the way Billy looked at the cameras. Sour grapes. He's honest.
Does not speak for all of us.
Openly honest. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to put Liverpool as well. And I think the reason I'm saying Liverpool is I think they're not great defensively, in my opinion. I think Van Dijk's all over the place at the minute. I think they looked a bit dodgy at the back against Palace. I think the defense will let them down. So Liverpool for me. Alex?
Yes, a 2nd place. I've also gone for Liverpool, but I'm not going to speak about them in the way these have done. I do think they are a fantastic super team, and anything except 1st place and maybe some cups is a failure with the amount of money they've put into this team.
Yeah.
Ekitike, Salah, and if they do end up with Isak eventually, you've got to pay the right amount for him. It is outrageous, and with Szoboszlai as well in midfield, McAllister, it's just filthy. It's filthy. It is an elite team, but I do think there's holes in it. I think they struggled against Palace. There was a bit of a midfield issue. I don't think Curtis Jones is the answer in transition. Although all the Liverpool fans were whinging at me that he was great. He was great on the ball and keeping things going, but it's not that's not the entire football match. There are other things at play. Gravenberch should, I think, come in and do that role better. Frimpong will be interesting as playing in a back four. See if he has any issues. And I think they'll be crazy. I think they'll push who I'm predicting in first place all the way, and they will get loads and loads of points and be fantastic. But there can only be one winner. So Liverpool second place.
Okay. So your champions by power of deduction, Lady Sam, is Liverpool.
Correct.
Okay.
Don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Thanks. Can we just move on?
Now, Billy, by power of deduction, we both think that Chelsea will win the league.
No, I've gone for Watford. Chelsea. Yeah. I think Chelsea. I think fuck me, they've bent the rules so much for them. At some point, they're going to win the league. I think it could be this year.
I agree, but I do think they look very good as well. I've watched a couple of them games in
pre-season. They're really good.
Yeah. They look really good this season. They seem to have got their act together. There seems to be a bit more unity amongst the squad. However big it is, there is unity there. The manager's done a really good job, and I think he'll have high demands this season. And I can really see Chelsea winning the league. They may not, of course, but they've got a hell of a side together and will be very dangerous. So, Alex, by power of deduction, you've gone for Manchester City.
I have indeed. I think they've been in this position before. I think Pep is Pep Guardiola. Let's be honest. He's probably one of the most successful managers of all time, if not the most successful manager of all time. And I just think that he's going to have reassessed this season and he will come back stronger. I appreciate that Man City maybe don't look quite as Galactico on paper as Liverpool do, which is crazy to say, but it is true. But I think Erling Haaland will do a little bit better this season, even though his goals were still pretty impressive last year. I think Omar Marmoush will be a bit better, and they have, of course, signed Rayan Cherki, who I think is a little superstar.
He's gone very quiet, hasn't that? That signing's gone under the radar.
It has. I think they could be really interesting this year. They've obviously... Foden needs to try and sort himself out. Grealish is gone or going, one of the two, can't remember. They might make some signings, possibly. I just think Man City are going to come back with a vengeance, and Man City are very good. They've been doing this for years. They're very good at it. They know what they're doing, so I think it's them.
Well, time will definitely tell. So there you go. There are our predictions. I'll not read them all out because it'll take another 20-odd minutes to read them all out, but we will revisit them at the end of the season to see. I'll tell you what, we'll go through who we've got relegated. So I've got Burnley, West Ham and Wolves to go down. Sam has Burnley, Leeds and Sunderland to go down. Alex, Burnley, Sunderland and Leeds, same three. And Billy, Burnley, Sunderland and Brentford to be relegated.
Could you put Everton in the end?
Champions League winners.
Yeah, 12. 12.
Even Son comes as winners.
So my top six is Villa, Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and champions Chelsea. Sam's top six is Newcastle, Villa, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, with Liverpool winning the title. Alex, his top six is Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City as champions. And Billy Bob has gone for Spurs, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, with Chelsea as champions. No doubt, please do. What I will say is do not put any bets on what we predicted because you won't win a fucking penny. That's all I can say. We'll finish off with some super chats. Peter Garthwaite, Ornstein has reported that Isak told Eddie Howe last season that he wanted to leave. If true, why did we leave it so long to try and get a replacement?
Bingo.
Well, why did he do an interview before the cup final saying he loves the city, he loves the club, he's really happy, he's really this, he's really that? It's lies. Why would he do that on camera if it was?
And on international duty, he said the same thing as well. So
unless that
never happened.
Barefaced lying to the camera, who knows?
He's not an Oscar winner. He's not an actor. He's not that good on camera. Jesus, guys, come on, watch the interviews. If you're a Liverpool fan, go watch those interviews. See for yourselves. You're not stupid.
And the banter he had on stage after the cup final win in front of the crowd when he was doing the Geordie accent. I mean, that really
put that all on, I think.
Yeah. Nick Thornton says Visser will get 20 plus league goals. He got 19 for Brentford. Salve says, don't forget that Visser got the same amount of goals as Isak last season. He's a good player.
Well, probably like none penalty goals, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about, yeah. Animal Lecter is a new member of the channel. Dylan says, completely agree with Stato. Arsenal finished second with no player breaking 10 goals. You replace the aggregate, we will get Visser and replace it. Kare says, let's get Visser and loan out Isak to Brentford. Pulkett says, Alexander self-sacked. Andy Toon, oh God, Andy, I've got to read out this long message in Andy's out language. But thank you for your super chat again, Andy. Very kind of you. We've passed the immature behaviour of Isak. The rest of War team play for Eddie. The badge, plus keep War Angel Sam on your right-hand side, Paul. No messages. Block her beauty. The Toon will finish fifth regardless.
Thanks.
Andy, if I'm openly honest...
I thought it was beige.
Yeah.
the beige.
Andy, if I'm being completely honest with you, I have no fucking idea what that meant, but thank you anyway. Mark Mullins, I see today Grealish has gone to Everton on loan. Indeed, he has.
I think it'd be good for him.
I do as well. I think he'll play really well at Everton. That's why I've gone for them finishing 12th.
Yeah.
I'm very confident on Everton this season. Absolutely.
Yeah, is that locked in now? Yeah.
Good luck to all you skip rats down there in Everton. I hope you have a decent season. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. That wraps up the show. I'm back in the morning at 9:30 with the breakfast show. What will we wake up to in the morning? This morning it was the Isak story. God knows with it being Newcastle United, but join me at 9:30 for that. We are back tomorrow night again at 7. We are ramping up the build-up for the Premier League. I think tomorrow night we are doing a fan forum to get you guys on to have a chat with us about where you think the season's going to go. And Thursday night, of course, is the Villa preview. And Friday, TTR Friday. And then Saturday, Matchday Live is back. The Premier League. Full commentary of the game from Villa Park at lunch.
I'm going to have to dip, Paul, because I was meant to go at like 8 o'clock and it's like...
All right, man.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later,
See you next time.
So there you go. I just want you to have a look at the new background here for 3 hosts. There you go. Brilliant work from Fez, our graphics guy, as usual.
I love
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is I'm doing, but it's just the side to side. Look at that. Nice.
Yeah, I feel seasick now, Sam. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Anyway, thank you very much for your super chats and memberships tonight. You've been extremely generous as per usual. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, mods. Thank you to Alex, Billy, and Sam. But as usual, thank you to you guys. You've come in your droves again tonight. It's been a great show. It's great to see where you think people are going to finish. Thank you for all the abuse thrown at me for where I put Newcastle. I really do appreciate that. But we will see. We will see how it all pans out at the end of the season when we run through these predictions and have a good laugh at just how wrong we bloody were. Football is a strange old game. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, very important to the channel, and subscribe if you're new and you like what you see. And we will see you all again tomorrow. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, folks. Good night.
Free Alexander Isak.
Oh, God.
My God.
Come back and check out the breeze.